All right, Ben. So you got your upcoming debut in one championship. I just wanted to go back a little bit and how did this all come together? Because usually one championship mostly focuses on talent out of Asia, but now they're obviously expanding out. So how did this all come together?
Let's One championship's a smart company. They recognize, a killer like old Vanilla Thunder here. So it works out, Yeah, I feel like I've been fighting on the regional scene for so long. And it's been frustrating trying to find like matchups and fights because a lot of these guys just keep pulling out. So these last 2 years, I was planning on cramming in fights like every other month if I could. Coming from wrestling, I'm used to competing all the time. But it's just been hard to kind of get that momentum because so many guys, like a lot of these top level regional fighters I was supposed to fight will just keep pulling out last minute. And I don't want to blame them of anything, but sounds like they didn't want to risk losing a regional fight to someone with my caliber of experience. So yeah, getting signed to one was fantastic. It's great. I'm super excited to be fighting with the killers we have here in this division.
Yeah, and that's something I hear all the time with specifically heavyweights. It's like you get to a certain point where the top promotions want one more win from you, but against who? Because all the top heavyweights are always needed, so they usually get signed before that point. So you get in that standstill. I'm sure that was very frustrating.
Oh yeah. Super frustrating. I don't want to call some of these guys who pulled out like scared, but I think a lot of them were scared. So
And so what is your contract one championship? How many fights is it for?
I got a 6 fight contract with them.
Okay, so you see this being your foreseeable future.
Yeah. I really planned on climbing to the top and really making a statement with one and holding that belt. I want something big and shiny. I want something to slap on my wall. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for here.
And it's better too because one championship, they really go out of their way to promote fighters' personalities, which I think is really great for you compared to some other promotions that might not let you really fully be yourself.
Yeah, no, yeah. You said that. Yeah, 100%. I feel like it's a perfect match for me, and just kind of yeah, my personality. I love putting on a show. I love. I don't know. I like attention, and I'm one of those guys, who likes eyes on him. And as obnoxious as that could be, it's also I enjoy. I'm a showman, so yeah, to go into one, yeah, they definitely know how to put on a show and hype their fighters up, which I love because, like you said, some of these other promotions, they're trying to actually do the opposite these days. I feel like they're trying to like make everyone kind of the same and focus more on the brand instead of like the fighters. So.
And so just to touch up on that, I've been following one championship for quite a few years now, and there's definitely a big market right now for more Western superstars. How do you separate yourself as one of those fighters?
Um, how do I separate? I just be myself, I really have confidence in my ability and my skills. So I don't mind. Give me all the competition, all the toughest guys you want. I fully believe I could run through them all. So I'm just happy. I think I'm going to go real far with this.
And so how do you prepare for the rule changes? Because obviously in LFA, there's no knees to a grounded opponent, and there's also the scoring criteria is different because it's judges the whole, not round by round.
Yeah. I like it. I think these new rule set, it's more pure in the sport. I don't get the concept. If you can knee a guy in the face standing, you can't do it on the ground. Like a knee to the face is a knee to the face. And being a wrestler with a heavy grappling background, I feel like these kind of rule sets, being able to do that kind of damage actually helps my grappling that much more. So yeah, I've been definitely working on some of the new stuff and some new tricks that I'm excited to try.
And so your first opponent, Kang Ji Won, what do you know about him? What are you expecting from him?
He's cool. He's a good striker. He's got great hands. He moves good. He's got experience. He's had what 4 fights with them in this promotion. Like I'm excited. Great striker. I have a really good habit of beating up strikers. So I feel like it's a good matchup.
So how do you see it playing out? Do you really think it'll just be as simple as you take him down, you beat him up, or do you think it'll be a lot more complicated than that?
No, I can't give away all my
Yeah,
secrets.
yeah.
Come on, I can't give you it all away. But let's just say I'm confident wherever the fight's at. I got some tricks up my sleeves, and oh yeah, I'm going to take care of them. All right.
Are you worried at all about the crazy time zone difference and the atmosphere, the climate, everything like that that's in Thailand?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I've never I've never traveled that far, let alone fight on a place that far. But that's kind of the joys of being a heavyweight. I don't have to cut weight, so like yeah, adjusting to the time zone might be a little like tough or weird, but it's nothing like all the other fighters who are sitting on a long ass flight, dying from being like I'm just a fat happy guy, so I'll sit back with my neck pillow, put on some good tunes, and you know I don't mind. I'll fight day or night. So
And because even the food, are you a picky eater? Because some guys that go over there, they're like, "Oh, I'll figure it out," but your stomach might not adjust to some of the food there in Thailand.
oh, what babies! I'm a heavyweight. We eat everything. Come
Yeah.
on. Oh, my stomach, man. I run off a diesel. I've been used to eating everything since high school, pretty much. That's why I always told myself, like, I was like, oh, you gotta bulk up. You gotta bulk up. Just eating everything I could get my hands on.
Do you find any satisfaction in fighting in Lumpinee Boxing Stadium? Because it's for some Western fighters, it's not a big of a deal, but it's like a holy grail there in Thailand.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm super excited. I I don't really like venue wise. I could fight anywhere. Whether it's like ring, cage, if it's elevation, not elevation, whatever country. I really don't think location bugs me that much. But to be able to look back at it, I'm really excited. I feel like once I'm done with my fight, I might throw my feet up, take a look around, enjoy the place a lot more. But yeah, into the fight, I'm really confident in just going there for business, and then afterwards I'll celebrate a bit and smell the roses maybe.
And just two more general questions because I've never interviewed you before. What coaches and training partners have really been the biggest influence in your success thus far?
So I have a few coaches. I have a coach from back home when I started training, Eric Dahlberg. He helped me out a lot, and he was a great mentor to get me where I'm at. My current coaches right now, absolute studs. Vinny Lopez and Cody Donovan. I'm here with the Elevation Fight Team. Those two guys, amazing guys. They've been really pushing me these last few years, and I'm really excited to have them, in my corner, go to war with me. It's exciting. Some of my teammates, Curtis Blades is one of my go-to training partners. Zach Tuonga, Ty Flores. We got a solid group of big boys, like stud fighters in our gym. So yeah, I feel like I'm in the best place I need to be to prepare for a fight.
And so last question, I'm sure you've heard this before, but we all saw you cornering Curtis Blades. How did that experience help you get ready for, getting to a top tier promotion? Just even the fight week, the weigh-ins is everything, being around all those cameras. How did that help you out?
Oh, it's good. Great experience. Yeah, it's nice to kind of get to see the behind the scenes, like you said, the weigh-ins, interviews, all the different stuff that goes behind the whole fight machine, like there's a lot of little factors that go in. It was a great opportunity. Yeah, I'd say the one thing I learned the most is, man, there's some punk fighters behind stage that, I think I was a little too nice to. There's this one small guy that tried talking shit about my hair. And I remember looking at him and be like, dude, I don't care if you're fighting in this event. You're 150 pounds. I'll strangle you. You know what I mean? But I was a little too nice. So I think next time I might be more of a dick when someone insults old Vanilla's hair again.
No insults in the hair. We're not letting that
No,
slide at all.
I mean, there's some boundaries, there's some guy code. I'm all for, busting each other's balls. You don't insult a man's due.
And that's all I have for you today, man. I'm so excited. I think this heavyweight division needs a little bit of new energy. I think you're the guy, and I can't wait for your upcoming fight at One Fight Night 16.
Hey, hell yeah.
Thanks again for your time. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, Jake.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Ben. Take
Thank
care,
you.
guys.